Today I'm going to share with you 3 real ways I'm using generative AI in my day-to-day job as a manager of a global e-commerce team. And in this video, we're going to cover how I use it for customer feedback analysis, internal communications that go out to an entire organization or to executives, and hiring teams. Now, for me, for the first time, my name is Richard, and I help people build amazing careers doing what they love. I've done this for myself, where I've gone from an entry-level analyst to leading a global team at one of the largest tech companies in the world. And on this channel, I want to share with you what I've learned over the last 13 years about how the right experience and education can help you reach your goals. So if you like this video and you want to see more content like it, make sure to subscribe down below and hit the notification bell so you get notified of when I post new content. Also, a big thank you to the sponsor of this video, Springboard, but more on them later. So let's talk generative AI. For our teams, analyzing customer feedback used to be a massive undertaking. And that's because we're sifting through thousands of survey responses, reviews, and that's hard to scale for one of the largest e-commerce sites in the world. Doing so manually obviously has its set of challenges. It's slow, it requires a lot of people, it can lead to missed insights. But for some time now, we've been using generative AI to cut through the noise. It can transform raw customer data, a lot of quantitative but also qualitative data where we get text, and we can turn that into more clear and actionable insights. For example, I can feed AI a large volume of customer comments, and it performs sentiment analysis, quickly identifying whether feedback is positive, negative, or neutral. And this can be done quite easily through any large language model like ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, or Claude. And this can help give me an instant pulse on customer sentiment. But beyond sentiment, AI can summarize recurring themes and trends across all the feedback. It can zero in on common pain points or popular feature requests that may otherwise be buried in the comments. And it's really the ability to generate these concise reports from unstructured text data ends up being a huge game changer for us in terms of being able to know where do we go and improve the site, what do we do to improve the product, how do we improve our services, and instead of days or weeks, I can get a lot of this insight in minutes. But there's a catch. AI is just a tool, and a tool is only as good as the user. If you don't know how to use it well and you get bad outputs, you might just write it off entirely and never bother using it again. So when it comes to generative AI, it's super important to know how to best use it to actually improve your workflows. And a lot of that goes to something like prompt engineering. You might have heard that term. But really what that is just improving the input so that you get the best output possible. Now, this is where a solid training program comes in handy. Like the one offered by today's video sponsor, Springboard, in collaboration with the University of South Florida. They offer an 8-week, fully online course on generative AI for business. What's really nice about this program is that it's not just theory, it is real-world application, and it's project-based learning. You'll focus on identifying real and immediate use cases for generative AI, how you can apply it to your own work today. Then you get practice writing effective prompts to get the best possible outputs. And the ultimate goal is take existing processes and workflows that would ordinarily take hours or days and reduce that time to minutes just by using and introducing generative AI to your workflow. Some other benefits are that you get weekly live virtual sessions that you'll be able to join with an AI expert. You'll also get access to a community of peers that are also going through this program. And time commitment is very doable. It's just 3 to 5 hours per week. At the end of it, you get a certificate of completion that you can then share on your resume or LinkedIn profile. And one more thing, a little bit of a secret, the cost of this program might actually be covered by your employer. So make sure to check out your company's tuition reimbursement policy to see if that might be an option for you. For more information, make sure to check out the link down below. So let's talk about internal communication. It's very important. We all do it, and we do it at different levels to different audiences. But crafting clear and engaging messages for diverse audiences can be quite challenging. I use generative AI to get me started. Helps me do my initial draft of any kind of big internal communication I plan to send out. I'm talking about drafting organization-wide announcements, business updates, executive communications, or project briefs. And this dramatically reduces the time spent on just the initial writing process. It ensures that critical communication is clearly conveyed and done so concisely using professional language. Of course, I then make some minor adjustments just so I can get my voice more fully incorporated into the communication. I have to make sure the tone comes across well, but it gets me 80, maybe 90% of the way there. Now, beyond basic drafting, AI assists me in tailoring messages for specific groups. The message I send to sales may be different than what I send to marketing. And some of the communications might have to do with just sending out summaries of reports or other data. Now, as part of some of those communications, a lot of it also involves summarizing other lengthy reports, maybe meeting minutes, or other complex policy documents that I need to make more digestible for an audience. All this means that employees, people that I work with, stay informed and engaged because I'm able to get this information out really quickly. And not just quickly, but more clearly. Now, everything I mentioned is just using AI as a writing assistant. This is probably one of the most widely used applications of generative AI that people can use today. So absolutely take advantage of it. Now let's talk about hiring teams, and I would bucket this into human resources. I've been using generative AI to streamline certain parts of the hiring process as an example. My case in particular, I used it to draft a job title as well as a job description, making sure that on both levels it was clear what the role was for and that it's put in the best possible light so that it attracts strong talent. And this is a super simple time saver because this is something that AI can do extremely well. And that's because there's no shortage of publicly available information about job titles, job descriptions. It's all out there and it can put that together really quickly in a really intelligent way. Now, after the hiring happens, AI comes in yet again. It helps me draft a lot of the onboarding documents, helps me develop training content. Now, although I do add my own touches to the writing so that again, it captures my tone and my voice better, and I don't use AI for everything, I do save a lot of time with a lot of the repetitive writing tasks. Because it saves me time here, I get to focus on developing talent. And the more I can stay connected with my team instead of doing all this other busy writing work, the more I can help them be successful and the better I am at retaining talent and driving performance. So for professionals in management roles, AI is proving to be extremely valuable here. If you had been previously under the impression that generative AI or AI in general is just a buzzword or just a trend, hopefully this video helps you think a little differently. The technology is only going to get more powerful, more sophisticated, and every company in the world will be expecting their workforce to be able to use it. So stay ahead of it by learning about it and applying it to your own use cases at your job. So as you're thinking about it, let me know down in the comments below what tasks you do on a day-to-day basis that maybe is repetitive, that maybe you don't enjoy doing so much, that AI can actually help you with. Would love to hear what all of you have to say. So with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around.